Hello everybody. In this lesson, I will discuss common fractions, more specifically percentages, and how to increase and decrease in a certain ratio. Let's look at fractions in decimal form. If I give you 14 over 10, it's the same as 1,4. 14 over 100 is the same as 0,14. 14 over 1000 is the same as 0,014. Now 3 over 5, you want to take the 5 to 10. So you multiply by 2 over 2. So it becomes 6 over 10, which is 0,6. 3 over 20, that one you will take to 100. So you will multiply by 5 over 5. And it becomes 15 over 100, which is 0,15. 6 over 50, you want to take to 100, so you will multiply by 2 over 2. Therefore, it becomes 12 over 100, which is 0,12. 11 over 25, you will take to 100. Therefore, you multiply by 4 over 4. And then it's 44 over 100, which is 0,44. Seven over 500, you want to take to 1,000, so you will multiply by 2 over 2, and it becomes 14 over 1,000, which is 0,014. 8 over 250, you will multiply by 4 over 4, and then it becomes 8 times 4 is 32 over 1,000, which is 0,032. 7 over 200 you want to take to 1,000, so you will multiply by 5 over 5, and it becomes 35 over 1,000, which is 0,035. 8 over 125, you will multiply by 8 to take it to 1,000. Therefore, it's 64 divided by 1,000 is 0,064. Write each of the decimal fractions as a percentage. Percentage means out of 100 and is exactly the same as a fraction with a denominator of 100. So if I give you 0,18, it's the same as 18 over 100, which is 18%. 0,4 is 4 over 10. Let's take it to 100. So we multiply by 10 over 10, and we end with 40 over 100, which is 40%. 0,375 is 375 over 1,000. Now to make that into a percentage, we multiply by 100, which becomes 37,5%. 0,051 is 51 over 1,000 times 100 to turn it into a percentage, which is 5,1%. 1,23 as a mixed number is 1 and 23 over 100. And when we turn that one into an improper fraction, it becomes 123 over 100. Therefore, it's 123%. Example. A recipe for 600 grams of coconut cookies is made of 25% dough and 75% coconut. How many grams of each ingredient is required? So for the dough, you say 600 times, and then it was 25%, so it's 25 over 100. And then you need 150 grams of dough. And then for the coconut, you say 600 times the 75% is 75 over 100, and it's 450 grams of coconut. And then you can always check your answer. So you add 150 grams plus 450 grams is equal to 600 grams. Yes, my answer is correct. Next example. Rowan scored 75 out of 120 for a test. For the next test, he scored 74 out of 115. Has his marks improved? Now, 75 out of 120, to turn that into a percentage, multiply by 100. Therefore, his marks were 62.5%. Then 74 out of 115 times 100 is 64.3%. Yes, his marks improved. Dividing quantities in a given ratio. Example 1. Divide 567 in the ratio 2 to 3 to 4. So what you do is you add all of the ratios together, that is 9, and then you're going to say 567 divided by 9 is 63, and then 63 is your factor, and then you take each ratio individually and you multiply with that 63. So 2 times 63 is 126, 3 times 63 is 189, 4 times 63 is 252. And then you can also check whether you were right by adding all of those numbers together, and then that must give you 567. Therefore, the ratio is 126 to 189 to 252. Example 2. Kitty, Amalia and Dorothy invest in the ratio 2 to 3 to 5 in a flower business. If the profit is 450,000, how much does Dorothy get? So what you do, you add your three ratios together, that is 10, and then you say 450,000 divided by 10 is 45,000, and then you take Dorothy's ratio was 5, so you say 5 times 45,000 is 225,000. Increasing quantities in a given ratio. So there's a little formula that you can use. New quantity is the original quantity times the larger number on top as the numerator over the small number as the denominator. Example 1. Increase 57 in the ratio 3 to 4. So what you do is you write new quantity is equal to 57 times 4 over 3. Can you see? The 4 is the bigger number. It goes on top as the numerator, and then the answer is 76. Example 2. If the current price of petrol is 22.58 Rand per litre and it is increased in the ratio 3 to 2, what will the new price of petrol be? New quantity is equal to the old price, 22.58 Rand times 3 over 2. Again, the bigger number is on top when you increase in a given ratio. Therefore, the answer is the new price is 33.87 Rand. Example 3. The price of bread is 18.99 Rand. If it is increased in the ratio 5 to 4, what will the bread cost? Therefore, the new quantity is 18.99 Rand times 5 over 4. There you go, the 5 is the bigger number. Therefore, the new price will be 23.74 Rand. Thank you for watching my video. Remember, I have prepared the whole syllabus for you. Please tell all your friends about my channel. This is Miss Pythagoras signing off. Till next time.